A spectacular fall evening, the first Sunday here in November as we count you down to the Suns and the Spurs inside the Mortgage Matchup Center. Let's get a look at our Hero Bread starting lineup. First off, with the visiting Spurs, they come in with a record of 5-0. It'll be Castle, Vassell, Champagny, Barnes, and Wembanyama. For the Suns, Grayson Allen, Devin Booker, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, and the big man in the middle, Mark Williams. Now let's swing it over to Amanda.
Well, the Suns will be looking to take down the undefeated Spurs that are anchored by Victor Wembanyama. And going up against him, that's something Ryan Dunn said that he's been looking forward to. He said, Wemby, he is one of one. He's different. And that's a matchup that you really never want to turn down, he said. And Ryan also weighed in on the Spurs being a super efficient, young, athletic team, and he said there's a reason why they're 5-0. And in order to get the job done tonight, he said it's going to take a collective team effort. Guys?
Yeah, I think that goes without saying. He is continued to improve. Of course, missed 36 games last season each. But this is a guy who burns white, a lot like Devin Booker. I mean, if he feels there are flaws in his game, he wants to find them and work on them and continue to work on them. And still such a young man, but my goodness.
And he did it this offseason, hanging out with Monks for a couple of weeks, work on his mind, and then hanging out with one of the greatest ever, Hakeem Olajuwon, working on his inside game.
Moments ago, Rolando Rhymes of Grant Park Barrio Youth Project, Chicanos por la Causa, got things started with his Suns up for shots. Brought to you by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. The missed shot. Gila River Resorts and Casinos will be making a $1,000 donation to the Phoenix Suns, Phoenix Mercury Foundation, on behalf of Rolando Rhymes of Grant Park Barrio Youth Project. All right, set for this one. Suns coming off with a win.
Look at Mark Williams at the jump circle. Now, for people that don't get a chance to maybe come to the game and see Wemby, I know this is a very tough ticket. Mark Williams is long.
Yeah.
And look at him.
Yeah, Wemby came walking in shortly behind me, and admittedly, you're standing there and you turn around and you just you can't help but just be in awe of the size.
And Royce is going to get the start on him early.
Pass behind results in an early San Antonio turnover. Well, Jordan Ott had said that he is going to mix and match in terms of who they throw at Wemby. They don't want him to get comfortable with any one particular defender. Pass across, and the Suns also turn it over, but looks like we're going to get a last touch by San Antonio, it appears. So Suns will get it back. So 14 reset of the shot clock.
He needs to see different people. Like you can't let him get used to one guy guarding him.
Castle gets the defensive assignment on Booker. Good competitive battle there. Booker raising up over Castle, won't get it. Williams had the box out, but digging it out from down below on Champagny. Royce may have eaten 3 meals today, as Williams says there's more than one shot blocker in the building. O'Neal squares, fires, just off the mark. Barnes, the veteran, now in his 14th season, scored 10 in their victory Thursday night against Miami. Crossover, looked like he may have gotten away with a little bit of a carry right there. Selling a dribble drive, gets to the elbow.
Man, that's a dangerous guy right there. He is. He can put 20 on you in a quarter.
15+ in 4 straight games. Barnes extended the defense there on Dunn. Allen coming off the screen. 7 on the shot clock. Grayson on the drive and kick. O'Neal. Quick look. Has to reset lines. Pass to Williams.
I don't know. That looked like Wemby reached into the cylinder.
Mighty close.
And I know it's a tough call for officials, but it seemed to me that ball had a chance to hit the rim again.
And that's exactly what
Williams.
Williams.
That's how you measure it.
That's exactly what Mark Williams is coming over talking to Simone Jelks. Did you see Jordan Ott? Wemby on the post, kicks it into the corner, sets up Barnes for the corner 3. Barnes shooting 36% on the young season.
You notice they put Wemby on Ryan Dunn, and Ryan just got to move his body.
Booker getting past Barnes. Barnes reaching out and grabbing Booker, but no foul called. Heavy traffic, tied up, swings it out to Allen. Has to trigger the long straightaway three. The rainbow connection for Grayson Allen.
Well, not long for him. Long for you or I. A free throw for that guy.
Boy, he and Royce have been shooting the three ball just lights out over the last week. And Booker gets a hand on that one. O'Neal is, well, he's waving the finger for a second. Then he says, nope, hold on. There's Mitch Johnson in his first full season now as head coach. Took over an interim for Craig Popovich, 38 years of age. Castle skips a pass. Champagny from the corner. Won't get it done. Flies across. Ryan coming off a double-double Friday night.
Very good defense here to start by the Suns. They're not allowing San Antonio to get anything in rhythm.
Royce with a nice ball fake. Would have been great to pay it off with a three-point hit. On the spin and drive. Splashes it home.
Again, he is the guy, Vassell, that can go create.
Second season of that 5-year rookie contract extension he signed. Booker on the drive, slashing down the paint. Kicks it out to Dunn, who loads up the three. Early three-point hit. Good sign for Ryan Dunn.
Didn't think about it either. He just caught it and went up and shot it with rhythm. That's what you have to do.
Just 1 of 7 in the game on Friday night. Barnes takes a peek inside. Not there. Dunn comes over to help. Williams with his second block of the game. The Suns just swarming defensively. 6 on the shot clock. Castle checked defensively, but able to get the pull-up.
They come in with a lot of confidence, being undefeated and having Wemby on the floor with them.
How could you not? I mean, such a great backline defense as Williams
here daydreaming about it.
rolls inside, but can't control the pass. Spurs on the push after the Phoenix miss. Barnes on the drive and kick. Right wing three on the way. No. Williams to the back tap. The long rebound out to Castle. Another long three by Vassell. 41% shooter here in this early portion of the season for Vassell. Down on the crossover. Sneaks inside, but you're always out of the corner of your eye looking for number one. Book too strong with that offering. Vassell, quick push down the floor. Drives it short. Good closeout defense. The Suns jam him up, forced the miss.
Yeah, and Devin didn't commit the foul. Made it just tough for him to make the shot.
Allen on the drive, gets inside and punches it down. Explodes past Wemby. And an early timeout. The Suns in front.
Suns out on a good run here. And look at Grayson with the statuesque dunk. Oh, go ahead, young fella. 8-6 early, and it's all predicated on this defense. You can see the Suns very active in helping out, not attaching themselves to their man. Good rotation there for Mark Williams to get out. And then again, here's the advantage. Oh, no, it's not. You got Ryan Dunn in there knocking that pass away. Suns early on, K-Ray, very aggressive, understanding that they're going to have to think defense for 48 minutes of this game.
Well, and look, it's a perfect lead-in, you know, from the way too early to draw a conclusion category. But the following is evidence of trending in the right direction. They are 10th in half-court defensive rating through 6 games. They finished dead last season. 13th in deflections, 28th last year. 12th in defensive field goal percentage. They were 23rd last year. And 5th in stocks. That's steals and blocks. So this defensive system, Jordan Knott in the communication, as an early drive and a foul there will set up a three-point opportunity.
Well, what San Antonio has, they have perimeter guys that can all put the ball on the floor. And this young man here, Dylan Harper, is going to be special. And his dad, a lot of people out there would know, is Ron Harper, who won multiple championships as a member of the Chicago Bulls. And this young man here, all due respect to his dad, might be a little better all around, Ron.
In case you're listening, a 5-time NBA champ, and Ron Harper Jr. playing with the Boston Celtics. But to your point, Eads, the numbers, again, it's early, but this Spurs team is plus 22 when he is on the floor, net rating, just plus 7 when he's off the floor.
Yeah, and just think, they don't even have De'Aaron Fox. Yeah.
Or Sohan.
Yes.
I mean, they're missing 2 guys. And it's Dunn picking up full court. So it does give you a sense of even more pause when you think about De'Aaron Fox. I mean, he and Wemby only played 5 games together last season before Wemby was shut down with the blood clots.
Well, and De'Aaron Fox over the last few years has been arguably the best fourth quarter guy in the last 2 to 3 minutes.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your Valley Chevy dealers.
Navigate the tower, and that's Wemby, and the Suns so far have done a tremendous job of not getting him involved in this game. And then defensive balance, right? Because a lot of the Suns shots are going to have to come outside the paint because Wemby is in there. And because of that, what are you going to have? Long rebounds. So you have to have great defensive balance in getting back because their guards are fast. They're going to push it up, and they might get layups.
Boy, 2 quick fouls on San Antonio. The prior was on Wemby, an offensive foul as he threw an elbow into the face of O'Neal. And that will be charged to Champagny. There's a familiar face. He always happy, always smiling. Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, but his issue, he can block shots, but he can also offensive rebound.
Williams sets the screen. Booker rising up for 3 and splashes it home. Great screen that time by Williams. Got himself set, and Booker waited.
But now with Wemby out, you got to get greedy. Like, now attack that rim.
Barnes fires from beyond the arc.
He's an old guy on the team, but he's not that old. And he's a champion and probably one of the most unselfish, steadiest players we have in the league from that age point.
O'Neal racing out of the 3-point line. They hand off now to Booker. Booker with the left hand on the drive. Floats a pass across to the corner. Dunn with a look. Drops it off inside to Williams, who is grabbed quickly there by Vassell. And that dribble penetration off the baseline cut by Dunn set all that up.
Yeah, and recognizing that he had alternatives and dribble with your head up. And Ryan Dunn is doing a good job of that this year.
Let's get a look at our health update brought to you by Banner Health, official healthcare partner of the Phoenix Suns. Oh, Isaiah Livers tonight took a shot to the hip from Nurk the other night. Dylan Brooks did do some light on-court work, and Jalen Green went through a rigorous 5-on-5 yesterday. So promising signs for Green, who has yet to make his Suns debut. Tonight closes out the 3-game homestand. Off to the Bay tomorrow. Matchup with Steph and the Warriors Tuesday night. Harper puts it on the deck. Leans inside. Dunn did a nice job of laying back at the last second. This is a game that you certainly can't have done in early foul trouble. Colin Gillespie registers a 3-point hit. That's 18 made threes off the bench this season. Second most in the association off the bench, just behind Anthony Simons.
And he did a great job running to his spot and got there to where he was in the vision of Devin for that outlet. Harper
probing the defense. The Suns stay set. Quick trigger from Vassell. No, Dunn leaping high above everybody. Couldn't control, but tapped it to Booker. Book on the push. The spin. Kicks it to Dunn. Lines it up. Knocks it down.
Brian Dunn like, yes.
You know, the Suns emphasizing pace under Jordan Ott. From last season, they were 21st. This year, they are presently up to 12th. High shooting volume early from Vassell as Biyombo knocks that one out of bounds. The Suns in front by 9 as Jordan Goodwin and Oso Ighodaro both check in here.
Devin doing a very good job here early. He's not forcing anything. They know that he is the guy, and they're defensively really as they all do, try to cut Devin off, but Devin's doing an excellent job now of really moving the ball. And 9 assists in the last game, so
yeah,
you know, he wants to stay up that area.
Gillespie up the screen, in and out. Milton Johnson out there, he has played well.
Yeah, one of the top 6 men in the league.
Yeah, and he is a beast on the offensive glass. As you see Harper navigating to the baseline, stops a 7-0 Phoenix run. Randall Hayes-Davis makes his way to the scores table. On the roll, Oso, finger roll finish.
That's nice. Normally he tries to dunk that with 2 hands. That time he knew he couldn't get there, and I love the adjustment.
Johnson, another Kentucky Wildcats here in the association. Harper feeds it back to him. 7 on the shot clock. Johnson on the spin. Rolls it around, can't get it. Iguodala just rips it away from him. Booker on the head down. The drive. Sets up behind the three-point line. Drives inside. Puts him in the spin cycle.
I mean, that was a dryer and the rinse on the washing machine right there. The ball movement, excelente. Also, and then look, let's go for a little spin. Let's dance a little bit. Ron, just did it to your son. Don't be mad.
14 Suns in front of the visiting Spurs with 2:48 to go here in the first. And this Make You Smile stat brought to you by Studio B Smiles. And lots of stats that made us smile Friday night. The Suns set the tone early, and they were able to carry it all the way through. Jazz made a couple of short runs, but the Suns managed to get themselves settled down and executed when they needed to.
I think, again, just really not hugging their man, getting to the closest man in transition, talking and communicating. I think that's the biggest obstacle for any young team, is to be quiet, and you cannot. And I think the Suns have done a really great job of just adjusting and really communicating defensively.
Wembanyama's checked back into the game after a short respite. Harper on the drive, attacks the basket again, gets down the lane.
He's got long arms, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so he's doing it over the top of guys.
And we're going to get offensive foul on Oso. And this becomes another one of those situations for Oso, who picked up 4 fouls in 6 minutes of action the other night.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful because his versatility is going to be important in this game. And again, that foul right there, that's the one that drives me nuts. It has nothing to do with anything. Just stand there and let Devin be the one to navigate it, not you.
Jordan Goodwin getting the defensive assignment. Now Hayes-Davis dropping down. Now they switch. Booker runs a double at him. Wemby flies a pass all the way across the lane. Touch pass. McLaughlin. Corner shooter, no. Wemby flying off the baseline, but nice box at that time by Iguodala. Also thought about attacking, and then he saw number 1. Booker raising up over the defender Castle.
Yeah, once he gets away from you, you might as well just look and observe because you're not going to bother him.
Castle sees an opening and goes attack mode.
And again, Jordan Goodwin, you know, you've been in the league too long. You can't do that. Like, live to fight another battle. Like, you don't want to just extend it by just reaching in. If you want to foul him, foul him. That little tap right there, I mean, come on. I mean, I can put Amanda out there and she can make that move. That little tap, she's getting an and 1.
Yeah.
She might dunk it. I mean, come on. Gotta be smart.
There is some feistiness there from our sideline reporter, Amanda Pflugrad. Comes from that football family, you know. She'll give you that side eye. Allen gets a screen, lines up the 3 ball. Castle on the push again. McLaughlin gets it back to Wembanyama. McLaughlin resets from the corner. No. Long rebound, tracked down by Gillespie. You see Spurs trying to pick up full court pressure here.
Keldon Johnson probably out of gas, all that defending he just did.
Colin Gillespie.
Even if he caught it,
nothing they can do with it.
What was he going to do with it? And that should be the mentality. Like, know who you throwing that pass to. If it's Ryan Dunn, different animal.
And one of the things that Jordan Ott said tonight, he said, we've got to make good decisions when we're driving and probing the paint when Wemby is out there. And that becomes one of them. Johnson with a three-ball corner pocket.
Yeah, Suns now giving him too many opportunities with mishaps on the other end.
Allen splits the two defenders that time. Oso. How about that little sweet dime? Bounce pass between the legs. And Gillespie with a payoff.
And he knew it was coming. That's the ability to know what a teammate is going to do.
Harper outside, defended by Allen. Comes in with the step through. Wemby leans across, put back attempt once, twice. Tapped out, loose ball. McLaughlin controls. Scoop pass inside. Johnson with a reverse.
Yeah, Spurs now getting the advantage on the glass. Suns are early doing a great job. Keldon Johnson checks in. He's a big, strong kid. All of a sudden, they created some space.
Suns by 5. Final second of the quarter. And
the official just said he was passing. No, he was not passing. He was shooting.
yeah, Ray Acosta, the far side official, quickly clarifying. Nope, he was in the paint going to the basket. So free throws here to close out the first with 1.4 left. For Colin Gillespie. This will only be his 4th and 5th free throw attempts of the season as we get a message from our friends at Kia. Colin recording his second career double-double. 15 points, 13 assists earlier in the week. Had 12 in the game on Friday in his 27 minutes, 6 assists. He's just become just a stabilizing force for this team when he's on the floor. Gets the pair. Wemby launching that one. Did not score in the first. Suns led by as many as 11. They take a 7-point lead as we head to the second quarter. 31-24. Phoenix in front of San Antonio. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports. We start the second quarter here in downtown Phoenix as we check out the Honeywell STEM stats. And a bevy of players averaging 30-plus, including the Suns' very own Devin Booker, and he has been on a heater each. 4 straight 30-point games, 5 of 6 this season.
Yeah, I said before the year that Devin, you know, if he wanted to, it's not, like when you lead the league in scoring, it's almost like you really go out of your way a lot of the times because of your role. I just think Devin is he's gonna flirt with it all year long.
Swing it over to Amanda.
Yeah, guys, keep in mind he's coming off a season high 36 points last game against the Jazz. And K-Ray, you said it, 4 straight game this season with 30 or more points. And in talking to him about that post game and just elevating his play, he said, look, we needed it. We've been off to a tough start as of late, and our last 2 contests were really close ones when it came down to just a couple of possessions. So he said he just wanted to value every possession and put together a complete game, and feels that the Suns were able to show that in the last matchup.
Yeah, and look, you know, it's the biggest thing, you know, early on, it creates, there's just such reactions as Nick Richards sends that one up over the tower.
He got a shock Wemby on that one.
He absolutely did. You see Wemby look at him like, wait a minute, that went in? Castle lines up the 3-ball. No. Oso with a nice box out with a rebound.
Spurs take a lot of jumpers, right? They're wing guys.
Oso saw an opening, but then he also saw Wemby quickly closing off the glass. No. Long rebound. Hand on it. McLaughlin recovers for San Antonio. Spurs on the run. Johnson with a finish.
Royce had a chance to pick a charge up there, but then decided not to do it.
Allen goes on the attack. Wemby says no. Store is closed.
Well, I knew that was going to happen. I was just hoping that he knocked it out of bounds. That's not going to go.
No.
Like that shot there, no. You got to go under his arm. You're not going over the top.
Under his arm or throw it up towards the shot clock, maybe. Richards leans in, gets his shoulder. Great job that time by Nick Richards. Patient and waited. Great ball fake.
And I think the last shot that Nick Richards hit really forced Wemby, who normally stays down, to go for it. And that's the trickery of having different moves against a guy that's extremely intimidating at the basket.
It's 2 fouls on Wemby. And he talked about his offseason a little bit at the top of the show, Eage, but worked with Dream and Big Tickets as part of his offseason work, trying to expand the game, expand the knowledge.
That's a great combination, because Hakeem is a quiet, dominating guy. And then the Big Ticket, he's teaching him not only the offensive skill set, pick and pops and all of that, but also talking a lot of junk and getting himself ready before a game.
Now, I don't know the timeline. I'm curious if he worked with Big Ticket before he visited the Monks or after. Might have been an important factor right there. But nothing but love for the Big Ticket.
Oh, I love him.
That guy could talk some junk, but he backed it all up. And we're going to get an offensive foul. That's going to be charged against Iguodaro.
But you got to know, right? And also saying he's not moving. But what I will say is, make sure you don't move. Like, mentally be ready to anchor yourself and don't move. Like, that's the tough. Look, big men have to go through it with that, and I really feel for him. But you got to really be careful.
Wembanyama out of the high post. O'Neal checking him defensively, not giving him any space. Well, that's an interesting call, because O'Neal had hands on him early, but then it was his face that made contact with the elbow.
And look, Wemby's getting a little bit aggressive here because he hasn't scored. And so you know he's going to shoot the ball.
You saw that stat that our fine producer Brock Crap put up. Did not score that first quarter. Suns forced the air ball for McLaughlin.
And normally those go to the opponent when you shoot an air ball.
O'Neal cut to the basket.
Mitch Johnson just trying to find that combination.
Yeah.
Suns have been able to answer each substitution.
Turning to another rookie, Carter Bryant, in one season at University of Arizona. Baseline hit, courtesy of Conor Gillespie.
This young man here, I am telling you. I mean, we talked about it last year. You could just see it. You could see it coming with this young man in regards to how he plays.
Champagny way outside. Bryant right off the bench, fires a three. Allen with a rebound. Finds O'Neal. O'Neal crossing up Wemby on the drive and kick. Gillespie pass it up the three-point look. Allen drive, goes Euro, tangled up. 3 defenders there. Castle coming back the other way. No look handoff. Johnson.
Yeah, if you're Grayson Allen, like, tonight's game is not going to be easy to get to the rim. Like, especially with Wemby out there. So you just got to be conscious of that and say, you know what, I'm not going in there. I might give the illusion that I'm going to go in there, but I'm really not. You know, it's pull-up jumpers, it's penetrate and a quick kick. But to think that you're going to get all the way to the rim and with creativity, it's not going to happen much.
And let me ask you, as a former player, and I know you didn't drive a lot, and maybe Mark Eaton might have been the best comp, but how difficult is that when you go every game being told, you know, drive, get to the rim, and then this one game, all of a sudden, you've got to completely alter your thinking?
Well, after you get your shot blocked 3 or 4 times.
So forget the scouting report, it's just 1 or 2 shot blocks.
Man, please. With Mark Eaton, it's just like, I'm not doing it. Like, not happening.
Harper head down, driving the basket, goes right at Nick Richards.
Oh man, that's a big time move for a young player. He's been the answer for the Spurs. If it wasn't for Harper in this game, Suns could be up double figures easy.
Well, you think about not only him, but Harper and John. They've got 18 combined off the bench. This is a San Antonio bench. 36 points per game. And will only get stronger when the likes of Jeremy Sohan and De'Aaron Fox come back.
Yeah, the challenge for Mitch Johnson is how he's going to have his rotation.
Right. Gillespie had the defender up, passes it up. Richards, 15-footer. Yes, sir.
Hey, Nick, tell him. I watch video of Big Ticket, too. Even though I didn't visit the Big Ticket, I watched video. They are free.
And you've mentioned this a couple times, but his willingness quickly to take that shot is huge. Suns turn him over. Booker running, cut up there in the baseline. And then Allen just shoved by the rookie Carter Bryant. Allen cutting down the lane as Harrison Barnes is going to check back in. Wemby's going to take his seat. He is clearly frustrated. 13 minutes in, only 2 field goal attempts. Has not scored. Wembanyama coming in, averaging just over 30, really 15 rebounds a game. Catch and shoot. 3-point hits, courtesy number 1.
Great out of bounds play. And I'm telling you, those are the plays when you execute them well. I mean, they take your confidence.
Double figured for Booker already with 10. Inside, the rookie misfires. Booker working on the veteran Barnes. Lost the handle. Turns it over. Bryant doesn't have numbers. Doesn't matter. Champagny there, then throws it away. Interesting decision by the rookie Bryant attacking 3 Suns players. Allen got Vassell up in the air. Feeds it up top. And Nick takes him to the boom room.
Grayson Allen, that's how I want you to play. Play smart. You don't go all the way in. Give it to that guy. And watch him just slam it down. As Harrison Barnes watches the movie, not pretty.
You saw Book's energy to start the game. That is a tone-setting start. And when you get a guy like that who has done so much in his NBA career to get out there, pick up full court, that shows. He doesn't have to talk anything. That's leadership.
Yeah, it's leadership, and it's also taking the job responsibility away from the coach. When your teammates see you making a jumper and not fading back and using hand signals and celebrating, and you're getting up and you're picking up 94 feet. Like, it just gives a lot of respect to you in regards to your leadership. And then what happens? You turn the other way and go for a good opportunity. So, yeah, K-Ray, it's always good for the great players to lead by example.
Yeah, he's certainly done that as our Mountain America Credit Union, the exclusive home of the Suns card slot there. And you know, we touched on this the other night, but, you know, came into this season under so much scrutiny about his leadership. But it's displayed in so many different ways, and much of it you don't see or hear because it's taking place on the practice court. It's taking place on the bench. It's taking place maybe away from the ball.
Yeah, but people don't understand his leadership has been shown by not being willing to play with star players that came to this team. Some guys will fight it. Devin was open to it. So it just, you know, it's out of line.
Johnson from the corner, can't get it. There is Harper again, and the Suns have not had an answer for him off the bench.
So Ryan Dunn's got to block out. That's all that was. He didn't block him out, and that's what happens when you don't.
Double figures already for Harper. There is Richards. Nice find for the cutting Ryan Dunn.
Ryan makes up for it on the other end, and that's what basketball is all about. You don't put your head down when a mistake is made.
Harper on the drive, nowhere to go. There's Johnson.
But the fact that he's getting in there is opening it up for offensive rebounding and all of that. So Suns have to do a better job on Harper. 23
bench points for just those 2 players. Booker driving past Vassell, gets in with the left hand, can't quite get the roll. And Vassell will pick up the personal foul. That'll be his second. You know, and just to kind of button up our discussion about Book as he goes to the free throw line here, I saw a note today, and I want to give a proper shout out to John Voida. He had said that through the first 6 games, Book has played with 56 different combinations already.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about a new coach, new system, both ends of the floor, total new personnel, and the situations that we've seen unfold in each and every game, that again is another example of the leadership.
And then again, go back over the years of just playing with different players, and you know, the Ricky Rubios of the world, a tremendous point guard. Then having Chris Paul, and then you got KD and Brad Beal coming in. Like the adjustments that he has had to make as the guy that's, you know, obviously the leader of the franchise. Not many players have had to do that.
Baseline drive, another attack to the basket right there.
Yeah, Suns, I think if anything, Jordan Knott's going to talk about, Suns really starting to get lax in regards to allowing San Antonio to get to the rim.
Well, yeah, that's 22 paint points. As Richards inside brings the boom. Says, I got some paint for you.
And Harper, I don't know if he got a cramp or whatever, but he's laboring.
But those 22 points in the paint significant because Wemby's not scored. Champagnie looking for more. Able to hang and get the whistle, get himself to the free throw line. Yeah. Mark Williams, Jordan Goodwin at the scorer's table.
Yeah, right here, just, you know, got the little mouse in there. Harper pulled something. I don't know what happened, but that seems to be like in calf territory, which is not a good sign for him.
Yeah, he is reaching down, grabbing that left calf as we get a message from our friends at Kia. Well, we're talking about Dylan Harper and Keldon Johnson, what they brought, but how about Colin Gillespie and Nick Richard, 19 off the bench.
Yeah. Again, you know, it's early in the year. I always talk about that training camps aren't like what they used to be, where you go 28 days of training camp. They're very short. And so the first 2-3 weeks of the season is almost still like an extended training camp.
Booker gets a big screen there from Williams. Didn't seem on the lob opportunity. Tough baseline shot defended, but Williams there, the long arm. Gathers, kicks it into the corner. Splashing home the three, Jordan Goodwin.
Jordan Goodwin, he's the kind of guy, he gets in there and he plays like he's been out there 10 minutes already. That's the kind of guy you love coming off the bench. He's ready.
Shot a career high from beyond the arc in his stretch run with the Lakers last season to just over 38%. Well, that's an easy offensive foul. Williams set the tone. Grayson Allen.
You saw
did
that?
You see it? It was a little bit, but you had Wemby in the high post at the X. Grayson took his arm and
took his arm,
under,
put him under
his arm. We got to see if we can get a shot of that. But that shows the willingness of Grayson Allen. You see Harper going to the locker room for San Antonio.
Let you know how strong Grayson Allen is to move his arm.
On the cut, Dunn challenging Wemby. Goes on the attack. Wemby inside the restricted area.
Well, Ryan Dunn, he likes to posterize, right? So that was his opportunity to try to poster.
I mean, Mike, that would be a poster.
Yeah, he comes up gimpy a little bit after that as well, but I mean, that's just tough going up that elevator, man. That's an elevator there.
Yeah, he was, you saw from the overhead shot, he was just outside the restricted circle, but was not set. So credit Dunn and his willingness to go at Wembanyama. Has yet to score here tonight in his 14 minutes.
Which is amazing. You know, and you know what they normally do with stars, they'll say, oh, they just had an off night in the first half. No. Suns have shut him down. They've defended him well. He has not been able to get the ball cleanly.
Well, there's been no less than 6 different guys defend him, maybe 7, as Jordan Goodwin stays attached. Now the switch, Booker. Dunn drops down low. Wemby trying to set him at the post. On the drive and kick, Harrison Barnes fires a 3.
But that's the beauty of Wemby, though. Very unselfish.
Yeah.
He's not going to force anything. He's not thinking about the fact that he hasn't scored.
San Antonio comes in here number 11 at three-point shooting in this early stretch at 5-0, 38%. Going to the drive. Booker.
Devin was a step too close, but it didn't matter.
Hits him with a stinger.
Devin drove too close to Wemby. You got to decide to shoot it there and make your pass. Got away with it.
Castle, the drive with a floater, gets the roll.
Well, one thing they're going to talk about is they have really done a good job this quarter getting to the rim.
Castle again, arms extended, throwing Booker off. Booker puts him on his backside. Says, okay, you going to blow the whistle or not? Good one.
Well, Castle's out there trying to be creative. We can draw fouls, and the officials not buying it.
And I love the fact that they let both fouls go. It's time on the drive. And Castle talking to Ray Acosta. Time out on the floor. 2:31 to go. Suns in front, 61-44. The foul call on Ryan Dunn, and here's a call from Zach Zarba.
It's been deemed that Dunn made legal contact to the basketball from behind, knocking it off the face of Castle out of bounds. The ball was last touched by San Antonio. The ruling on the floor is overturned to an out of bounds, and Phoenix basketball, it's a successful challenge.
This is always a tough play to make defensively, but it's pretty obvious. I mean, that's all ball.
Yeah, great get by the Suns coaching staff over there.
Yeah, well, I don't want that job. I'm slow on my computer. I tap it with my finger and just move it. All right, come on, man. It'd be 3 plays going by. Oh, yeah. It's too late, Eddie. Can't challenge it now. They're in the locker room.
Well, you got 3 games going at any one time on your tablet, so you might be hitting the wrong one. Baseline fade, won't get it. Dunn came flying in.
Yeah, that was some stuff there. If he had caught that ball, maybe he's like, I'm just going to dribble it up and get me a shot.
Castle outside. It'll be closing on 2 minutes to go. Wemby across the lane. Floats a pass. Corner look. Barnes, yes.
Man, you can't relax. I mean, if you're Jordan Goodwin over there, like, the outlet that he has is that particular pass. Get a step closer.
Well, and I'm sure one of the things that'll be talked about, to your point, Eej, is, look, you're not going to be able to do anything to Wembanyama from closing out of the corner.
Look at that hustle from Mark Williams.
Stayed with it after he got the shot blocked. Ryan Dunn challenging the tower. He says, oh, yeah. I think I'll get a ticket for another day. Goodwin cut off there. 6 on the shot clock. Williams gives it up. Boy, Goodwin had a chance to draw a foul inside. Williams gets it up and in.
Nice play from Mark Williams. He played small on that because he knew he couldn't get it over the top.
Wemby. As the Suns were a little late in getting back, he gets his first bucket with just over a minute to go here in this first half. O'Neal gets the screen, lines up the 3-ball, cashes it in.
He has just been amazing from 3 this year.
He tied the team record with 22 threes through the first 6 games. Jason Richardson back in 2009, 2010. Goodwin with the defensive help nearly had the steal. Spurs reverse it. Another corner look, another corner hit.
And he might be their best shooter, Champagne. You just definitely can't allow him to get his rhythm.
Booker draws a double team. Grabbing for it is Castle. And we're going to get a jump ball as Booker rips it away from him. We'll get the jump ball nonetheless. Jordan Ott was trying to get a timeout, but San Antonio wins that one. Slight differential. Not quite 5 seconds between shot and game clock. Wemby, that rip-through move. The pull-up in the paint, no, done. Leaping over Barnes, and the Suns will get the final shot of the half here.
Barnes had the inside position, but again, the athletic ability of Ryan Dunn.
Booker trying to shake free from Castle. Goes on the attack right at Barnes. Maybe went a little bit early, but you'll take the bucket nonetheless. Wemby outside. Booker chasing. And we're going to get a late foul.
That's all right. The Suns
Had one to give.
aren't in the penalty.
And Castle, who's been playing extremely physical the entire first half, having words with Jordan Goodwin. And now we're going to get a technical foul on Castle, who's been chirping pretty much the entire night. And now a technical foul on the head coach, Mitch Johnson.
Rolling on the floor is a defensive foul on Booker as time expires. Replay is going to be used to see when the illegal contact happened.
Well, Suns are going to get 2 free throws here, it looks like.
Yeah, that foul on Book, by the way, just his first 9 first-half assists from Devin Booker.
Yeah.
He says, I'm not missing another double-double like I did the other night.
And then, look, this is just hustle. Like, I don't know what Castle was upset about in that regard. I know he and Devin have been chirping a little bit this quarter, but...
Well, I think Castle took exception to Jordan Goodwin diving in there, but he saw a loose ball.
Go for it. Yeah, that's... I hear him protecting his teammate. I get it.
After review, the illegal contact by Booker took place with 1.3 on the game clock. The defensive foul stands. There's also a technical foul on Mitch Johnson and Stephen Castle.
Well, and look, let's just call it like it is. This is a Suns team each that had been labeled soft the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Right? And so as we talk about the differences, the one thing that's been noticeable, you know, you could put in a different defensive system, but you got to back it up with your physical play.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this Suns team has done.
Well, they should be happy that Dylan Brooks is not in uniform. I mean, you know, just put it where it is.
You've got a point there.
I mean, come on. You know he wants to be out there with this going on.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? He might be the coolest dude that I've seen on the bench. Like, you know, can you imagine Cotton Fitzsimmons looking down there and seeing me with sunglasses on the bench? Man, slap them sunglasses off.
It's always got a fresh look. Richards defending. Wemby gets one away, got it off the iron. But a tremendous half of basketball from the Suns, leading the unbeaten San Antonio Spurs. Our score at the break, 70-52. Phoenix in front. Stay tuned for the Gila River Resorts and Casinos halftime report with Tom Leander and Tom Chambers. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports. Colorful and festive nights here in downtown Phoenix inside the Mortgage Matchup Center. At the break, the Suns up 70-52 over the visiting and unbeaten San Antonio Spurs. I get the smooth shooter along with our Emmy Award-winning crew, director David Big Game Hunter Hughes, Brock Kraft, our producer. And what a half of basketball on both ends of the floor for the Suns as they score a season high again, 5 games, but 70 points the most the Spurs have given up.
63% from the field. I mean, that's not going to continue. They're going to make adjustments. But just to start the game off with a level of respect, that's all that was. Understanding San Antonio undefeated coming in here, Suns were very focused, and that's a great sign.
Yeah, stayed tied together defensively, highly efficient offensively, especially from that guy. 14 points, 9 assists on 4 of 8 shooting. As we get this third quarter started, though, let's send it over to Amanda for the BMW Coach Chat.
Coach, the Suns held Wemby to just 2 points. That's the fewest points in a half so far this season. What has stood out to you about just the defensive effort that the Suns have had against him tonight?
Yeah, our compete level is very high right now. Just keeping a body on him on the offensive end has done us well.
You Look at Ryan Dunn in the first half. Perfect across the board, finishing with 12 points. What type of a rhythm are you seeing in him tonight?
When he sets the tone, especially on the defensive end, the offensive end will come, and he's learned that, and he's getting some cutting opportunities and staying active on that end.
Coach, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, great first half for Ryan. 16 minutes, 12 points. Double-double in a game on Friday night. 4th of his career. But it will be interesting to see the adjustments made by San Antonio. Now having the first half to look at what the Suns did defensively. Again, running no less than 7, 8 different guys at Wemby.
Well, they're going to come out with extra energy. That's what happens. And the Suns have to be ready to meet it and make sure that they keep a level head. Expect the physicality. The Suns were the more physical team in the first half. So I'm sure Mitch Johnson got on them about that. So expect them to come out with a little bit more aggression. Suns have to play smart, though, block out, do all the things that you need to do to secure a game, and that's rebound the ball and all of those as well.
And both benches contributed significantly in that first half. The Suns with 27 off their bench. San Antonio with 23 as Booker on the catch and shoot. Boy, that is the savvy veteran move from Devin Booker. And that is going to be another foul on Castle, who picked up one there late in that first half.
Well, Steph Curry taught a lot of these guys how to do that. So that's from the Steph Curry book of trickery.
2 fouls on Castle. Booker going to work again on the fade in the paint. Won't get it done. Flying across, nearly able to tap that in over the top of Wembanyama.
Well, expect Wembanyama to get a lot of touches here early in this quarter.
Castle on the jump stop. The Suns surround Wemby with 3 different players. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Wembanyama as Booker took a shot to the face. And that's going to be 4 on Wembanyama.
And now you can attack him. See, so I've talked about all game, be hesitant at going at Wembanyama. Now, when you get a chance, go right at him and go right to his body and make him have to.
Well, and you could see the strategy, and get credit to the Suns coaching staff, but as a shorter defender, you're right at that arm and elbow level, and that's where 2 or 3 of those fouls have come from.
But he has to be conscious when Wembanyama of making sure he doesn't hit somebody.
Right. They've certainly put him into think mode as Allen using his body. Flies a pass across to O'Neal. Royce, little teardrop baseline shot from Royce O'Neal.
That's a tough shot.
Really difficult shot.
I used to think I was a very good offensive player. I wouldn't attempt that shot.
Well, Royce is in a groove to start this season. Another start tonight in place of Dylan Brooks. Dunn fighting, tapping, Suns controlling.
Smart play, Ryan Dunn. Make the sure pass.
Dunn gets it back, coming off the screen. Tap control, Booker there for the save. Opening for Dunn, goes on the attack, lost the handle.
He had bad intentions, I'm telling you right there. He had some serious.
You saw the same thing I did.
He had some serious
He was ready to wind up. Wemby says, forget this paint stuff, I'm going to fire the 3. He averaged nearly 9 attempts last season. Just over 3 attempts so far this year, as that one is loose ball off of Wembanyama, who is as frustrated as I can ever remember seeing him in his young career. Booker with Castle on his hip. Gets back to the left hand. Gets the screen from Williams. 18-footer.
Hey, look at that
thing of beauty.
Devin doesn't talk much, but the way he looks at you.
Yeah, he's got that kind of side smile, the smirk. As Williams trying to recover defensively, and Campani was able to hang and get the contact and will get himself to the free throw line. That was the other thing the Suns did, while not a big difference, but 11 of 12 from the free throw line in the first half. Spurs 5 of 5. Let's get a message from our friends at Chaz Roberts AC and Plumbing.
Chaz Roberts AC and Plumbing, family owned since 1942.
9 points for Champagne in his 4th season. A young Spurs roster for the most part. Barnes getting pinballed.
Well, that's what you get when you're playing up on guys.
Swinging pass to Allen. Allen finds Royce. Quick trigger.
Man. I mean, is he arguably the best three-point shooter in the league right now? I can't find anybody better right now than this guy.
Well, he and Grayson have also, they're in the top 10, I believe it is, in terms of, creating closeout situations because of their great three-point shooting to start the year. Royce at 41% of the season from the corner. Grayson trying to answer right on cue. That one will trickle out of bounds.
Sounds unbalanced floor that time offensively. No one on the left side of the floor, the right side, whatever way you're looking at it. Which is unique in this game so far.
See Royce and Book both converging on Wembanyama. Castle step into the long three. Now he worked with former Suns guard CP3 in the offseason. Working on his handle, just working on overall game, and got the seal of approval from Chris as Booker for the 2nd time here in the first 3.5 minutes off that catch.
Devin
squares up, gets another foul.
Devin's playing extremely smart. And, the other thing with Devin, normally situations like this, he would kind of lose himself and start to create fouls and maybe not concentrate as much. He's really stayed level-headed this year so far in a lot of ways.
O'Neal on the drive, cut off there by Champagne. Allen able to get a step, floats one up.
He used the backboard on that one. Grayson, he had a good angle to do it.
Champagne trailing on the play, leaves that one short.
Suns and Rhythm is on a nice little run here. They haven't made shots either.
Allen lines it up, done, flies across, can't control. Spurs trying to pick up the pace, generate some early offense. And Williams whistled for the reach-in foul.
It really kind of, scares me a little bit. People say, Dad, the Suns up 20. I get it. But probably should be up 28 by now because they've gotten a lot of good shots. They've got some good stops. Because San Antonio has a run.
Yeah.
So you want to make that run have to be a long one.
Barnes able to knock down the first as Busy checking into the game. The Suns are back home Thursday, November 6th. 7 o'clock, they'll take on the Los Angeles Clippers. You can cheer on the home team and don't miss a second of the action. Get your tickets now at suns.com/ticks. Suns a little home and home with the Clippers. Thursday here, Saturday in LA again. Castle again, continuing to try to jam up Booker, works off the Williams screen, pocket pass to Williams, rolling inside. And again, the Suns quickly recognizing Wemby heads to the bench. And you mentioned it, Busy is a shot blocker, but a very different kind of shot blocker than a guy who's 7'4", 7'5".
The door's open. I mean, think about it. He's so used to Wemby being out there, and then when Biombo comes out there, he's like 6'3". Even though he's 6'10". I mean, so, no.
Great point.
Yeah, you kind of think, though, every time Mark Williams goes to the line, he's going to make them. I mean, he's got such a smooth stroke from the free throw line.
80% on the season. Again, not a ton of attempts, but he has got a great shooting stroke.
Yeah, we talked him out of both of them.
Yeah, first time he's missed both this season. Castle sees an opening, drops it off to Biombo inside. Won't get it, but Castle activity with the tap up and in. And that will prompt a Phoenix timeout. 7:25 to go in the third. Suns in front, 77-61. in front of San Antonio with 7:25 to go here in the third quarter. And it's time for the Chaz Roberts Cool Play. Chaz Roberts serving you since 42. Well, this is one of the reasons why Oso remains on the floor each, because of his passing ability, and this was a little sweet and spicy.
Yeah, I mean, the kid has a tremendously gifted understanding of how to play basketball. And that's why I say he's still young enough to improve in a lot of areas. But it's scary to think that if he does improve his offense in regards to maybe being able to make shots and all of that, that's where he's going to get more minutes on the floor. And that's a challenge for him. But, man, you have to have him out there because he is so good at what he does.
Probably a well-timed timeout there for Jordan Knott. Spurs on a 7-0 run.
This game is not nowhere near out of hand.
Oh.
I mean, we've seen this.
Pocket pass done up top. And Williams caps it off, hammers it home.
We just love plays after timeouts. It makes the timeout worth it.
Yeah, you just validate to your team, validate to the fans. As Castle misfires, or the cell, I should say, misfires on that three-point attempt. Booker inside to Williams again. Wow. Even despite Busy's attempt to try to push him off, Williams with the finish.
Doesn't matter. I mean, he puts 2 feet down and he stays on balance with his shot.
Castle on the drive. Dunn trying to get the same thing he was successful at in the first half, to tap it from behind. Won't be the beneficiary of the overturned call there.
Well, here it is. Just like, look, the nice roll from Ryan and understanding that if you bring help from the weak side, somebody's open. And again, Mark Williams, just again, you throw the ball to him, he's not off balance. He's strong as an ox. And so he's very effective.
Well, and the other thing you love about it too, E.G., you know, Mark's 18 minutes now. Not a big statistical night yet, but you love the fact that as soon as Wemby goes off the floor, the coaching staff recognizes, want to get him active and engaged, get him some touches.
Yeah, well, I think Mark knows that it's going to be, you know, it's not going to be as consistent for him to get a ton of touches. Now, as the season goes on, and I think guys get more comfortable and really used to throwing it in, then it will. But I don't see any kind of emotion with him when he's not getting the ball.
No, great point. Booker draws a double team. Dunn cuts to the basket. Goes for a little euro and a step to the rim, and points to the San Antonio bench. Somebody maybe chirping over there at Agent Zero. On the drive and kick, Barnes sidestep, looks for the three. No, rebound O'Neal.
Barnes had 2 dribbles and an easy opportunity at the rim.
Long outlet up the floor. Dangerous pass, but Allen, like a receiver, coming to meet the basketball.
This is a matchup Devin wants. He doesn't need a switch here.
On the drive on Barnes, gets in with a right hand rolling finish.
Yeah, Barnes jumps out there on him. He needs to just call people off.
Book already double-double. 16-11, wrong rebound Williams. Lead pass up ahead to Booker. Thank you, sir. I'll take an easy 2. Timeout San Antonio. 87-63.
And for Triple-A breakdown, live life confidently. And Suns, oh, they're confident right now. And what did I say was one of the keys? Defensive balance, right? So check this out. You get the rebound. Now look at the Suns, how they run. You go wide, and the unselfishness right there, give it up. And then Devin, realizing that Colin Gillespie is going to be his target. But you got to draw him first. And as soon as he draws the defender, gives it to that guy. And he has been lights out.
Season high 11 dimes from Uno. Career high 15 came a couple seasons ago against Utah. 20 points. Swing it over to Amanda.
Well, Spurs head coach Mitch Johnson spoke about Booker growing into a facilitator throughout his career, saying that he's a dynamic player that's so skilled and versatile offensively that there's really no real weakness. He said, I think he's been a part of this organization for a few different versions of the team that have called for his skill set to be at the forefront in different ways, and that served him well in terms of his personal growth as well as his game.
Yeah, and look, we've all been, fortunate to have a front row seat to it, Eej. And, we've talked about it through those different versions of Suns basketball with Book on the roster. And, probably no better example than what we witnessed in the Olympics last year, as O'Neal with great help forcing a Wemby miss. Devin went into facilitator defensive mindset mode in that Olympic run. Turn, fade, fire, hit.
Wow. I mean, he's going at Castle like Castle stole his money. But Castle's coming right back, and he's talking.
Yeah.
This young man, Castle, though, he's special. I just don't know what they're going to do when De'Aaron Fox comes back. I mean, their backcourt will be the best in the league in regards to depth. I mean, it's just so many very good young players.
Well, a roster loaded with high draft picks. Dunn, sidestep. Boy, that sure looked like it.
No, it wasn't. I mean, he's
still going up, you thought?
It's different, man. The ball's going up, and that guy's already up. Think about it that way.
Yeah, Suns able to jam him up. Lead pass up ahead to Allen. Quick release. 3-point hit. Grayson Allen. Phoenix an 11-0 run. Wemby. O'Neal charging behind defensively. Tapped it off the foot of Wembanyama. He must feel like there's 9 defenders on the floor.
We've been around each other too long. I was just getting ready to say that. I have it on my forehead or something. Stay away from you, man. Still in my thunder.
I gotta stay sharp.
Your name, Kevin Ray Johnson?
Booker wanted to go inside, working on Barnes instead.
Nope. This is the Devin, man, we know and love, right? I mean, that gets hot like this, and it's just nothing you can do.
What was it Brian Gregory said when he was hired as general manager when talking about the roster building around Book again? And he just said, look, we need MVP Book. We need that guy back.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're getting, folks.
That's what you're getting.
Royce will take a seat. Dunn will take a seat. Jordan Goodwin checks in along with Colin Gillespie. Keldon Johnson, he had the hot hand in that first half. He along with Harper. And we've not seen the return of Harper. Did not see, have not heard anything listed. He walked in limping. Looked like a left calf issue.
Yeah, I hate to jinx the young man, but I've had enough of them calf injuries to know he looked like that was the issue.
Catch and shoot, splash down hit for Colin Gillespie. Another double-figure scoring night for Colin off the Suns bench. The veteran Barnes driving, bottled up by Iguodala, across to McLaughlin.
You see that rotation defensively. Suns aren't allowing any clear jumper. Like, they're not just saying, okay, I can't get there. Because as a shooter, you might not think that, but if you're running at a shooter, you're still going to make him rush it more than what he would if you just stand there and watch him. And so the uncomfortability is good for what the Suns are showing tonight.
Now, there is Harper. So, again, no official word coming from the Spurs bench.
He doesn't look happy.
Well, you would have thought if he was going to be able to play Eej. Now, he would have been on the floor because he came in that second quarter, and he and Johnson nearly single-handedly helped get them within, single digits.
They were different. And that's why you always just enjoy the moment of the game and don't take anything for granted. And that's what I would always tell a young player, because you just never know.
Well, he just got word that it is a left calf and will not return. Johnson spins inside, gets the finish. Strong young man. That'll get a Phoenix timeout. 97-70. Time for our mortgage matchup. Suns will hit the road for a one-off against Stephen Curry of the Warriors. Word has it that Curry, pretty good player. Scouting report says.
Okay.
Yeah. Shoot the ball reasonably well.
Halfway decent.
Beyond the arc.
Yeah. More people show up for his workout before the game than actual game. I've seen some people leave before the game started. They've seen enough.
Gillespie, speaking of three ball, won't get that one, but Hayes Davis.
This is what I like about Hayes Davis. I mean, he showed in preseason. He can offensive rebound the ball.
Inside, great ball movement. Oso pays it off. Wembanyama back on the floor here, just under 2 to go in this third quarter. Carter Bryant out there. Registers the three-point hits. Oso will step in. Hayes Davis probing. Back into the hands of Devin Booker. Gillespie. Nice little ball fake, sets up Jordan Goodwin. Can't connect. Here is Bryant barreling to the basket.
Man, that's a nice move from the young player there.
6'6", 220, just 19 years of age.
I think you need to add about 10 more pounds on that 220.
Yeah. Goodwin squares, fires, connects.
He's not missing too many over there.
Well, those first few games, he did not get off the bench, but Jordan Ott has turned to him, and not surprisingly, Jordan Goodwin, as he did his first run with the Suns and last year with the Lakers, continues to contribute. But this young fella off the San Antonio bench, just always been a handful for Phoenix. He's a member of the 2020 U.S. Olympic team that won the gold. So we get a message from our friends at Auto Owners Insurance.
Why they don't have you and I on that commercial doing the dancing? I think we'd be a lot smoother than those guys.
Yeah. You know, maybe we put that in the suggestion box.
Oh, tight Italian suits on, going in the jam a little bit.
Allen off the screen. Oso's got it. Goes on the attack. Jammed up by Wemby. Goodwin there to recover. Gets it back into the hands of Booker. Catch and shoot. Jordan Goodwin just does get it away. Gillespie on the offensive glass.
But hit the rim. That's, you expect Jordan Goodwin to make the shot, but just put it up there to hit the rim.
Goodwin on the roll. The pass just in front of him. Johnson hits the deck to make the save. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Johnson in traffic. Goodwin to the chase down. Suns will get a shot away. Gillespie stops. Fires. In and out. Boy, he wanted that one badly. But the Suns put together another big quarter. And they lead it as we head to the fourth here in downtown Phoenix. 102-78. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports. (102-78). Suns leading the unbeaten San Antonio Spurs. We head to the fourth quarter. Well, the Suns with 11 made threes in that first half. That means you can head to an Arizona Carl's Jr. location tomorrow and get a free single Western Bacon cheeseburger or single Famous Star with cheese for the purchase of a large size fountain drink. Order ahead on Carl's Jr. app using promo code SUNS737. Biggest lead of the season so far for Phoenix. They've led by as many as 31. Wemby lines up the three ball. Iguodaro says, Jordan, you stay behind the three-point line. I'm going to stay down here and keep my hard hat on and grab the rebounds. Here's Richards, who had a tremendous second quarter. Grayson Allen rings up the three-point hit. Suns 30-plus points in all three quarters.
Yeah, they've pretty much torn apart San Antonio's defense with Wemby on the floor.
They force the hand. The pass back to McLaughlin. Can't connect on the three ball. Iguodaro, quick push up the floor. Goodwin. Allen cuts. Richards takes a pocket pass. Still take the 15-footer. Leaves it short. Follows his shot, but just a step late. McLaughlin. Vassell. Castle. Scoops up the loose ball. Now, the one thing, this is a bunch right now that is going to be ball hawking everything. So the Suns have got to make sure you're making clean passes. As Wemby bottled up, stolen away by Goodwin.
It's the only way they have to play to make a dent. I think Nick Richards was thinking about shooting that jumper.
You were thinking the same thing I was. Here is Johnson, 16 off the bench in his 19 minutes. Wemby inside, an easy 2 there. Easiest of the night. They've been few and far between. Just his second made field goal.
So it's important that this group, you don't have to improve the lead, but don't lose the lead.
Also inside, Wemby says no, sir.
What I mean is, if you can stay status quo in regards to the lead that you have, it allows Devin to get more rest. It allows Royce O'Neal to get more rest. Mark Williams.
Shots like that'll do it. Colin Gillespie, 15 points. His third three-point hit of the night. Wembanyama puts it on the deck, met with a number of different bodies. And then a whistle and a foul. Call that on Richards. Wemby's put on some weight in the offseason, but he'll be looking to put on a little bit more.
Nick Richards is a pretty strong guy.
Castle lines it up, knocks down that elbow jumper.
This young man can play. Like I said, De'Aaron Fox, tremendous player. But, man, they're going to take their time getting them back in that lineup because they got these good young guards, man. They're unreal.
Gillespie off the screen, can't get it. Wemby with a rebound. San Antonio drives down the lane. Johnson gets the whistle and a foul. Well, look, when even leading up to that deal for Fox, there was a lot of chirping and talking. Some of the rumor mill that Castle was going to be a part of any deal as they went out to go look for a veteran guard. And for them to be able to get Fox and hold on to him, that was pretty remarkable in the eyes of a lot of folks.
It really was. And so again, now it's about, how are all these guards are going to like the sharing of minutes. And
right.
Sohan, he even plays in the backcourt in regards to his handling the ball. So it's a good problem to have. But you got to make sure that all these guys are going to be okay with it.
Right.
In regards to happiness.
Fox getting close, according to reports, but to your point, they're not going to rush him back considering the start they've had coming in here tonight at 5-0. And with all the success the San Antonio franchise has had over the years, can you believe it's the first San Antonio team to ever start 5-0?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Catch and shoot three, cover from Grayson. Yes, sir.
He is on one, man. I am telling you.
Another foul and an and-one opportunity for Castle.
And Castle, obviously, so much success at the collegiate level. This young man, he's not going to quit. And that's the one thing about this San Antonio young team. They are fighters, man. Someone's going to have to continue to execute here, but Grayson, he is lights out lately.
Puts a little gleam in your eye because he's wearing that number.
It's always good to see number 8 have success. Carry it well. I told him when he first had it, I walked up to him. I said, carry a lot of pressure, young man, with that number.
Tonight's Wirecam coverage brought to you by our partners at The 5. 5 of 8 for Allen. Suns 18 of 29. Castle again able to generate another turnover and an easy 2, and that'll get a timeout from Jordan Ott. 8.5 to go. Suns in front, 111-90. San Antonio Spurs, 8:30 to go here in the fourth as we check out our Honeywell above the rim.
Right there is just patience. That's all we see tonight from the Suns. Not rushing anything. Open man getting the look. And look at all these wide open shots. This all comes from spacing and unselfishness. Love to see it.
He's got his season high 12 assists, career high 15 as we mentioned earlier.
And Wembanyama checks back in. What? Again, no game is never over.
Book out there, Mark Williams out there. Starting 5 on the floor here for Phoenix. Same story as Allen gets taken out, goes down hard on his backside, where they're on the left side too. Got his leg swept out from under him. And he is in a lot of pain. I think San Antonio is going to challenge it. Quick timeouts. We'll get you a look at it on the other side as Allen walking off very slowly. Suns in front, 111-90.
The right leg of the shooter comes out in an abnormal motion to make contact with the defender, where otherwise there would not have been contact. This contact takes the defender out of the play. Therefore, the call on the floor is overturned to an offensive foul. Successful challenge.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, the leg did come out a little bit. It didn't feel like it was exaggerated, though, Each, but
it didn't. But, you know, the thing is, too, when you're driving the ball like that and you turn to shoot, some players' leg comes out automatically. So you just, yeah, I mean, it's to me, I think it's the right call.
Yeah.
So the defender really wasn't in his space at all. He had a right to run past him.
Yeah. Here is Johnson, big contribution off the bench. O'Neal, great job. Just going vertical there. Challenge the ball rolls off of Phoenix. So 12 on the shot clock here for San Antonio. Spurs led ever so briefly. A need of 2. Wemby takes the feed off the baseline. Pass from Vassell.
Suns going to have to balance this by making some buckets here.
Yeah.
You can't continue to allow San Antonio to have their way.
Castle's trying to stay attached to Booker, and Booker. Oh, wait a minute, they're going to get an offensive foul on Booker. Say he grabbed the arm of Castle. Go back to that previous Spurs possession.
Yeah, that's the easiest look Wemby has had all game long.
Booker still.
A lot of time left in this game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and now a tripping foul. All of a sudden, that's 14 fouls on Phoenix, none on San Antonio. Boy, that feels like that should be one the Suns should challenge. Jordan not taking a little surprised that they didn't, because that was no contact at all. He slipped all on his own. Johnson with a crossover goes on the attack.
Like I said, Spurs are waking up.
Yeah.
And the Suns have to know the clock is their enemy.
Yeah, you need a well-executed set here. Unless we back into the hands to Booker. Booker on the drive. tripped up that time by Champagny. So that's the first San Antonio foul. And keep in mind the Suns have only gotten 2 free throw attempts here this second half after 11 of 12 in the first half. Gillespie with the handle, down at 6 on the shot clock. He's chased outside on the dribble drive, off his foot, turnover Phoenix. Spurs on a 9-0 run here. Suns need to tighten up both ends of the floor.
And make them shoot jump shots. Like they're getting to the rim.
Yeah. Yeah, due in large part to Keldon Johnson. Johnson with 19 off the bench. Pass to Castle. He squares and fires the 3. And a loose ball foul called. That's going to be charged on Booker as he and Johnson were battling for position. Booker trying to explain his viewpoint to the foul call.
The NBA is an unbelievable game because 48 minutes for one, and as I always say, 24-second shot clock, and with the ability of guys to be able to knock down threes, so you're never ever out of it. And the Suns know all too better because first game of the year against Sacramento.
Yeah,
you know, so. They got to toughen up here now, understanding that San Antonio is going to make their run, and they're going to have to make them calm down. And that's the help there.
Two huge misses as San Antonio has outshot the Suns at the free throw line now. And fans so caught up in this game they didn't recognize as they get to eat. Pass across the floor, Dunn squares, fires, leaves it short. Long rebound tracked down with that miss. By the way, everybody in the arena going home with a Chick-fil-A breakfast entree.
Well, this is when Devin has to say, okay.
Corner look, corner hit. Wemby with a 3-point bomb. And San Antonio creeping back in. 6:22 to go. (111-97). Spurs have put together a 19-6 scoring run over the last 4:28. More importantly, they've gotten the Suns in the penalty. San Antonio only 1 team foul.
So they can be aggressive. And so the Suns is going to have to execute. They're scrambling. Give them an eyebrow, make them jump. They're going to jump at anything because they're trying to keep this rhythm.
Wembanyama with 4 personal fouls. There is Allen being checked defensively by Vassell. Williams operating out of the high post. And a handoff now to Booker. And whistle and a foul there on Castle. That's going to be number 3 on Stephon Castle. Team foul number 2. Book gets to that left hand. Draws the double. Probing. And a push out of bounds by Castle. So 2 quick fouls on Castle. And good job of Book recognizing just how overzealous he is playing defense.
And getting closer to the bonus themselves.
Yeah. Booker eyeing the shot clock. Gets the left hand, fades back. 3 fouls in about 12 seconds on Stephon Castle.
Yeah, that's what I said. You get the ball to your guy, and that's what Jordan Ott has done here. Okay, not gonna keep playing around here. Devin, it's time.
Then a running dialogue with Stephon Castle, second-year man out of UConn.
If they want to keep him on the floor, right, they're going to have to put him on somebody else. And so
Booker with a pair, 26, and 2 big free throws there. The Suns, and that means the next San Antonio team foul will put Phoenix in the bonus. Here's Vassell, runs up the screen, lines up the three ball, rolls around, spins out. Ooh. Halfway down. San Antonio 9 of 35 from beyond the arc. Booker skips a pass, corner look from Allen. Won't get it. He's clearly a little stiff after taking that spill.
Yeah.
Boy, Johnson just on the precipice of falling into the backcourt. Wemby trying to create space. Won't get it. Booker grabbing the miss. Suns looking to push. Head down. Number one barrels to the basket. Finds Dunn in the corner. Boom! Ryan Dunn. Give him a smile. Blow him a kiss. 17 points.
The hole, K-Ray, maybe a little too deep for San Antonio, and the Suns just, again, you got to make a bucket or two. You've earned the big lead, and so now the huge bucket from Ryan Dunn. Wemby's had a tough time tonight, without a doubt. Suns defensively probably the best he's been played all year. Guys just staying in front of him and not giving him a clear angle to get his shot off, and just paying a price. And right there, you're going to leave Ryan Dunn open. He's not afraid.
You know, and you've said it throughout, even going back to last season, even when the other night, he was 0 of 6.
Yep.
And he took that shot in the second half. But the thing, and you know better than anybody because you've been in those shoes, but every time he's taken that shot this year, unlike last year, he's not taking it with that kind of lack of confidence.
Right.
Like, he believes it's going in. And so tonight, I feel like we're seeing the fruition of his labor and confidence coming.
Yeah, and that's the work he puts in. Because when you're working and you're shooting, you just don't go in the gym and just shoot. You go in the gym and you shoot game shots with guys up in your face. Like, you want to present the same picture in practice as you would in a game. And I think that's what's really improved his ability to knock down shots.
Dunn fighting over the Johnson screen, trying to stay attached. Wemby on the dribble drive. Then jumping up off the elbow. O'Neal on the box out. But again, you can't be loose with the basketball. Spurs are going to be playing all the passing lanes. Williams took a peek and wisely held off, launching that full court pass to O'Neal. Booker gets a screen, fading, splashing it home. Timeout, San Antonio. .28 for Uno.
They call him D-Book. You got to earn the initials to be short with your name.
97. As tonight's Wirecam coverage brought to you by our partners at Defy. This year, head coach Mitch Johnson clearing his bench with his club. They mounted a furious rally to start the fourth quarter and trailed by as many as 31.
Yeah, but his message to them is, that's why you got to come out focused, right? And not allow yourself to get in that situation, because they did make a run. The lesson is, yeah, it's a run that was too late.
Yeah. Bashir Fleming. The man Malawash will check in. Devin Booker will get a seat. Mark Williams will get a seat. What a night. Booker just missing a 30-point effort. He got 28, 13 assists. Williams 7 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks early, kind of part of that message as Man was looking to do some damage.
I would love to see Man out there with Wemby, though, for at least a couple of plays, right?
Just to kind of whets your appetite a little bit.
Well, because, you know, that's a guy that Wemby is not just looking down on, you know. Oh, I love the arc he puts on his free throw. I wish most big men would do that. Like, get that arc up there so they're not hitting the front of the rim. Like, he gives it a chance every time.
Boy, and you know, this is what makes this eventual outcome even sweeter, Age, is that they can be this emphatic with it and get these youngsters some playing time.
Yes. Yes. But playing time and not just play around time, right? Go out there and execute and do the same things that the starters did.
Man challenge his shot. Kobe Brea out there getting his first run. Air ball grabbed by Jordan Goodwin. He's pushed out of bounds.
That's free throws.
Nigel Hayes-Davis. Spurs will head off to take on the Lakers on Wednesday. There you see Kobe Brea making his first official NBA time on the floor. Jordan Goodwin, 16 minutes tonight. 3 of 5 from downtown. Well, these last 2 games, you could just continue to see his value when he's on the floor.
Just knows how to play. Look, and he's been around. He's been humble. He's been on numerous teams. And I don't think they got away from him because they didn't think he could play.
Oh, no.
I think it was more so a numbers thing for him. And it's just good to see that, you know, he stabilized something at the beginning of this season instead of moving from team to team.
Well, and look, you know, there's a number of guys out there like a Jordan Goodwin. You hate leaving a situation like he was in at Phoenix, but there's always somebody on the phone to his agent the next day.
Exactly.
Because of that value.
Yeah, you're always auditioning when you're a role player out here playing. You just don't know what can happen with you during the course of the season. So you want to make sure the minutes that you get, you are being seen. I tell young players that all the time. Like, yeah, you would love to be Devin Booker and play for one organization, you know, for his career so far. But realistically, that's not going to happen. So
not in today's NBA.
Yeah, right. So your mindset is, you know, yeah, you love the place you are, but you also know that you have an opportunity with 29 other teams.
Right. Goodwin double figures off the bench for Phoenix. Suns bench, what a night they delivered. 42 points. Rookie Bryant taps that one away. Takes the lob.
I like this kid right here.
Yeah, he's got what they call an NBA body and everything to go along with it. Going to be an offensive foul. And this is what's important for this group, is to execute your offense and stay tied together defensively. Man challenge, won't get it. Tapping once, twice. This bunch for San Antonio is trying to do everything they can to get the attention of coaches.
They know they're on borrowed time. As deep as this San Antonio team.
Pass up top, man. A drive across the lane.
Man, I'm with Hayes-Davis there. I don't know what else he can do. He basically just had his hands up. He didn't do anything. The official bailed the young man out. Throw it up there, as they do with Wemby. Didn't throw it up high enough. Obviously, he caught the ball below his shoulder.
Missed the pair. Jones Garcia as 2:23 and counting here.
Man, I mean, Brian.
Long arms, big hands.
I mean, defensively, he's not, I mean, for a big guy, Jordan Goodwin knows better. You just can't stand out there and dribble the ball in front of a guy. Like, you got to, you know, you go north to south on him, you know, to make him retreat. If you're going east to west, they can mess with you.
And this is a young fella that just started 5 of the 37 games last year for University of Arizona. Selected 14th overall by the Spurs. Multitude of first-round picks for San Antonio over the last few years. Here's Fleming. The handoff to Hayes Davis in the paint. Can't get it. Man-man back tap. Bashir Fleming finds a gift. Puts it home. Ingram spins in traffic. Corner look. Riley Minix, second-year man out of Morehead State, connects on the three ball.
I don't know. I don't mind the signs when you hit a three. You don't hit a three when you're down 20 and make signs.
And the Suns are going to make this game a lot closer than it needs to be made in the final box score. They get it up across midcourt to Kobe Brea. Brea gets a nice screen from Malawat.
He kept his dribble. That's what you got to do against a trap. You don't give up your dribble, because then they're going to come over and trap you aggressively.
Minix outside. Hoffman won't get it. Long rebound. Right back to him. Finds Minix inside. Suns will head off to the Bay tomorrow. Match up against Steph and the Warriors. Fleming tries to lean in, float it up, won't get it.
Yeah, too loose with the ball. Goodwin's out there. He's a veteran. Go get the ball. Like, if it doesn't look good right now, and then you're going to pay a price in practice the next day.
Yeah.
So, in watching film, so you got to save these young guys. Go get the ball.
Love to see Brea get one off. He does. Left it short. Here's Garcia with a rebound. Runs it up the floor. Won't get it. Minix there for the tap in. Brea will be fouled from behind. Oh, something about 5-0 teams for the Suns throughout their history. He'll grab one here today. It'll be the 13th time in franchise history that they have beaten a team coming in without a loss and 5 wins. Last time they did it was 2019 as they knocked off the then 5-0 76ers.
I thought the crowd was great tonight as well.
It really was.
I thought early in this game when the Suns were rolling, I mean, they felt it from this crowd. And I always encourage fans, you do play a role. And it's not more so against the opposition. I don't think players are bothered by that. I think your team is energized by it. That's the key.
And let's be honest, you know, I'm sure there was a fair number of people that may have been coming to see Victor Wembanyama, but all of a sudden they're sitting up in their seats going,
A lot of Spurs jerseys in there. Maybe they can.
This Phoenix team looks intriguing. But what a statement. And for the first time this season, back-to-back wins for your Phoenix Suns. As they come out, put the hammer down early, lead by as many as 31. They knock off the Spurs, handing them their first loss of the season. 130-118 is your final. Suns will improve to 3-1 here on the home floor, which is equally important. Continue to validate in front of this home crowd the work you're putting in. San Antonio will fall to 5-1. Amanda is waiting to catch up with Ryan Dunn. Ryan with 17 points, 5 rebounds, had a steal. And now, swing it over to Amanda.
Ryan, you were 3 for 4 from deep tonight. And five minutes left to go. You get the assist from Book. How big did the basket look for you, and just knowing that it was going to go in there?
Yeah, I mean, they were making their run coming back. We were kind of being loose with the ball. It was tough, but, you know, that 3 helped us, and we just, you know, settled down on the fourth, we're able to get playing some basketball and get a win tonight.
After that three, you blew a kiss. Was that to the Spurs bench?
Yeah, they were talking a little bit. I knew one of the guys there, so it was just family banter, but it's just fun playing out with these guys.
Heading into tonight, you spoke about how excited you were going up against Wemby and how you would never want to turn down a matchup like that. Suns held him to 9 points. How were you able to take him out of a rhythm defensively?
It's playing team defense. It's everybody against him. You know, he's a one-of-a-kind player, and not one person can stop him. Everyone got to do their job. So credit to us. You know, we were able to just hold him to 9 points tonight, making it tough on him, giving him different looks, and you know, making this playing good Suns team makes me yours.
You look at Devin Booker finishing with a double-double, 13 assists. How have you seen him just grow as a facilitator and help create for others?
I mean, we all know he's going to score when he needs to score, but getting everybody else involved, getting us the confidence to shoot our shots, letting us make plays, can help him get going in the fourth quarter. So when we need him in a big game, is hey, go make a play for us.
Ryan, thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Suns up.
Suns up, yes sir. Mr. Dunn, outstanding performance. Suns with 3 scores and double figures off the bench. 17 from Grayson Allen, 11 from O'Neal. Don't forget, next broadcast on Arizona's Family coming your way Tuesday when the Suns hit the road for a quick trip to the Bay to take on the Golden State Warriors. Suns game time getting things started at 7:30 p.m. Once again, our final score 130-118 for our entire Emmy Award-winning crew. Our director, David Big Game Hunter Hughes, our producer, Brock Kraft. Smooth shooter, Eddie Johnson and Amanda Flugrad. I'm Kevin Ray saying so long, good night from downtown Phoenix. Now stay tuned for Suns Game Time Postgame, sponsored by Sweet James with your hosts Tom Leander and Tom Chambers.
Max One and Music.